Here's a look at the market using the market profiles, including the overnight session. This is what we like to use at eMiniDayTrader to gauge the day-to-day or intraday auction. So each one of these profiles here is regular trading day, as well as the overnight session. This one in the red square here is what occurred overnight. So we follow the market and kind of split it off into these different market profiles. Each letter represents 30 minutes of trading, and so you can see that on these overnight sessions you can get some pretty wide profiles where the market is traded for obviously several hours in a sideways fashion like that. It usually happens at least at over some duration in the overnight session. So this is what we use to help us gauge the support and resistance as well. We also like to take a look at the markets here using the regular trading hours only, which is what these profiles are. And we were mentioning yesterday, we'll take a look at our software here, that we had an area of support around 86 and then at 83. Those were the two closest support areas that we were looking at. And you can see that overnight the market obviously got down lower than 86. It got down actually as low as 80.50. And then when the market opened, this chart is of the regular trading hours only using our software. This is where the market opened here, just above 83. Spent some time in there. This is when the news was released, and it came down and touched on to, actually took out 83 by just a tick, and then had a quick bounce. And when we have that kind of rejection, our software creates what we call an excess zone, and that's this green area here that lasted for the rest of the day. So if we can get any kind of rejection in this area, we would go ahead and get long. Unfortunately, we didn't get that trigger today. We did get a trigger later on when the market rallied up, and we did get long in here. And for those that were considering the intraday auction, would have held on to this trade for a nice profit. Otherwise, it was a break-even trade after 10 minutes. And so when we're taking a look at the market that does not have a well-defined directional bias to it, we don't like to stay in a trade more than 10 minutes. If it does have a good intraday directional bias as well as supporting structure that confirms that in the daytime frame like we had today, then we would go ahead and allow that trade to hold for more than the 10 minutes. And in this case it paid off nicely. So that's really all we had for today. It looks like the market has temporarily peaked out to some degree, and so this support area around 86 I think will again come into play. And that could very well be the support going into the market tomorrow. 88 area as well, and then all the way down to 83. So some areas that we have in there that we can take a look at as far as potential support in the market. And this high of 93.25 too is obviously attracted some pretty good selling. The market sold off 4 points after it made that high, so that's a pretty good dip that late in the day. Although sometimes those dips late in the day are just daytime frame traders exiting their positions. So we'll have to monitor this overnight to see how real that really is. But a fairly nice high made today, so wouldn't be at all surprised the market backs up a little bit. I still have a preference to get long, and we'll have to monitor the daytime frame structure tomorrow to see if that gets confirmed. So any questions or comments, just to get a hold of us. We're at info@eMiniDayTrader.com. Thanks for taking the time to view this, and we'll see you tomorrow. That'll be it for Thursday, the 15th of October.